wrote down this morning that we are all recovering from something. Like, what are you recovering from? Walking in at 5:30 a.m. to New England Baptist, Boston Celtics, orthopedic surgeons. Let's do this. Just woke up from surgery and yeah, got me hooked up. All these crazy gadgets. Can't wait to start. Can't wait to start rehab.
So how should we start this, man? You already filmed? You already started?
Yeah, I've been filming last night.
So I'm the movement guy. Like, this shouldn't happen to me. Now what? Right? If movement is my love language and movement is my superpower, I got to this place of, well then, this is interesting because I'm going to now discover what my real superpower is. When it happened, there was an enormous amount of pain, right? 3 hours later, I got on crutches, got up on stage, gave a keynote to 500, and my face was, I remember feeling like my face, maybe there was some anxiety and stuff, just public speaking, but my face was on fire, and I was a little bit in shock because, of course, the pain, but I could grit through it. And then the difference between that and yesterday, like surgery day, right, September 6th, the day that goes down, September 6th, 2018, I knew that I'd wake up and I'd feel like stiffness. I knew that, but I didn't think that I would have that pain. Right? Not at all. And that's the part that got me. I think my first mindset was like, okay, I'll have the time, I'll read my book, I'll write my book, I will record podcasts, and I went into very like practical things. And then I started going, I'm gonna watch football with my dad. So just spending that time.
Right.
You know, again, not just writing a book and podcasting and recording and documenting and stuff. I get to spend a ton more time with Pops. I'll play guitar with him, watch football. With Mom, I'll learn some of the best Lebanese recipes. Her and I will deepen our relationship, which is almost hard to even think it could get deeper, but I know it can.
Right.
Because just the other day I said, you know, what's your favorite song? And I actually wasn't sure. Like, I wasn't sure what her favorite song was. So I ended up asking her, and I wrote it down because obviously if you don't write it down, you won't remember. But she says, "You've Got a Friend" by James Taylor. So that was Mom's favorite song.
And before I went to surgery, my Pops looked at me. I said, "Any words of wisdom, Pops?" And Pops said, "Enjoy the high." So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just enjoying. Feeling a little loopy. Cruising back and have a cool, funny story. Dr. Whitesell, orthopedic surgeon for the Celts. Highly respected. So apparently I don't remember this. It was right after surgery, and I looked at Dr. Whitesell and I said, "How did you prepare for this surgery? What'd you have for breakfast? And then I'm gonna send you some 8 days a week supplements." I wrote down this morning that we are all recovering from something. And like, we are all in this active recovery. Like, what are we recovering from? Like, I'm recovering from an ACL meniscus surgery. And I'm very conscious of that, right? I'm very conscious. It's on the top of the mind, right? Conscious, very top of the mind. I think about it every single day. And it makes me think like what are you recovering from? Are you recovering from an injury, a broken heart, a loss, a death in the family, a relationship breakup, right? Like, what are you recovering from, right? An addiction to food, maybe just a definition of food that you want to change. You want to recover from that. Recover from always being tired,
You know, I don't know exactly what that is, but that recovery component, and then I took it one step further and said, this ACL, because I'm wearing a brace and all this stuff right now, I'm only 2 weeks out. I think that's the shift. I could say, I'm only 2 weeks out, or I could say, well, I am 2 weeks out, right? I think when I first moved to New York City 13 years ago, my spiritual brother, Jamel Davenport, I moved to New York City, and 2 weeks in, and I'm literally trying to dodge cabs flying at me, one-way streets everywhere, driving in Times Square, not knowing where I'm going, right? Looking at a map, because back then I don't think I had maps on my phone, so I had a map on my steering wheel, and literally trying to navigate. And I looked at him and I said, man, I've only been, he said, come on, step up your game. And that's it, his kind of big brother type mentality. He's like, step up your game, Adam, come on. And I said, hey, like, I've only been here 2 weeks. And he goes, yeah, you've been here 2 weeks. Like, it's time to know the way around the city now. And I don't know, I thought this morning I woke up and I was like, it's only been 2 weeks, but then there's this shift, and I thought about that moment 12 years ago, and I think, now it's been 2 weeks. So now it's time to, like, get going a little bit, right? It's time to pick it up a little bit. So.
Excellent job.
You did enough to turn the machine on. That's exciting.
It is exciting. Adam, this is really not easy. You're doing a great job, Adam. You take a break whenever you need to, but I'm loving this.
The difference between today and the other days is that I was showing up the other days. Like, I'm here, you help me.
Right.
I'm here, you're the physical therapist. Even though I love Martha, it was still you fix me.
Right.
You support me, you do this. I just gotta get here. Oh, I'm in pain. Then I was like, hold on a second. I'm gonna eat for this, reduce inflammation. I'm gonna literally eat a meal before I came in here. Just like I would in any game, right? I was like, how would Tom Brady prepare for the Super Bowl? And I was like, you know, I'm gonna work in the morning. So it was like 9 a.m., 1 a.m., and then 3 p.m. 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and like 3 or 4 p.m. It was 3 times a day, and it was like move, ice, EMS, electromuscular stim, rest, repeat, and it's like boom, boom, boom. So I just kept, even on Instagram, I was just like repetition. I literally looked up quotes on repetition because I literally wanted to like get it in my brain. And I watched somebody cross the street at the stop sign, and they crossed the street and they jumped up on the sidewalk, and I was like, I can't wait to do that. I was like, I literally was envious of the way that person jumped up on the sidewalk. I never thought of that.